da suke ta'addanci ma ya wanda ya kashe mutum ya yarda ya ansa cewa ya kashe yana da bindigogi yana da wani sauran. Akwai wanda ‘ya'yanku ne, yara kanana. Yanzu wannan da kuka bari aka saki yana.
Let me save you the breath. Ladies and gentlemen, I was saying this to my friends on the TikTok. A lot of you start there, just staring at the screen and trying to see if you will see somebody that is going to interpret what that guy is saying. Abi? There is another report that explains it better, and that one is in English. But don't you think that is the problem? I am supposed to pretend that I am a Nigerian, okay? And it is okay if they are talking about terrorism in Zamfara, where tens of thousands of Nigerians have been killed. But I am a Nigerian, okay, who should just sit down and pretend that I do not understand what that governor is talking or is saying, because he's speaking his language, which is so beautiful to hear. But he's talking about terrorism in my supposed country. And I am actually supposed to understand why these guys are killing people, right? And then you will see a terrorist on camera and he will be telling you why he is killing people. Speaking his language, of course. But I am a Nigerian, Abi. And I'm supposed to pretend that, okay, I don't know what he is saying, but I understand his problem. I understand his dilemma. How? Then, somebody or the group of people who claim to understand what the reason why that person is killing other people, killing non-believers, kafiris, Abi, then they want to explain it to me in English so that I can understand why that person that doesn't speak my language will kill me if he has an opportunity, because number one, I'm a kafiri, I'm an infidel. Okay, but for me to be able to, and I'm supposed to live with that person in the same country. I don't know, I don't understand his language. I don't understand why he is so angry that he has to kill tens of thousands of people to prove his anger. I don't understand, except when somebody who says he understands why he is killing people is now speaking English to me to make me understand why he is killing people and why we have to live together and understand ourselves. How do I understand people that I don't speak his language? How do I claim I'm a citizen of a country that others don't speak my language? And we all know that a lot is hidden or lost in translation. We are now living in a place, right, that we have to accept, okay, where people that are being paid hundreds of millions of naira are explaining to us the culture of why they kill and why they won't stop and all of that. And I am supposed to understand. I am supposed to understand. I am supposed to pretend that it's okay. It's okay, it's normal. Let me see what I can do to help the Fulani terrorists so that they won't kill people anymore. I am supposed to understand. I am supposed to understand. I mean, come on. Well, he's speaking his language there, and what he's practically saying was that the powerful people that are supporting, that are defending, there are powerful people that are defending or protecting the Fulani terrorists. He called them bandits. They are not bandits. They are Fulani terrorists. See. Tell your children, they are not bandits. Okay? If your children come back home and says their teacher says something about a bandit, they are not bandits. They are Fulani terrorists. The only tribe that does not have any indigenous connection to Nigeria. We're told that they are just 3.6% of the supposed Nigeria population. And they are the only tribe that has raised arms against other tribes in Nigeria in the name of this tribe, this Fulani hegemony. So that guy is talking about the special protection for these Fulanis, the murderers. He said they caught one that actually confessed that he has killed people. And they arrested some of his guys too, while he's undergoing trial. And that could have been something very great. A state is trying the Fulani terrorists for their terrorism based on the confession. I don't know what law, which law. Well, another just came from Abuja. How many of you are in doubt that the other came from Patawale? Or maybe Yari? These are two terrorists that are using the cover of Fulani, farmer herdsmen clashes to fund the terrorism that is covering for illegal mining. Baba, these guys have their own private jet. That Yari, the other day I saw him taking his mother to Mecca for this year's Hajj. And then I saw the victims of a failed country. They were all there. Very, very, God bless you, Mama. Mama, you will live long. Mama, you will eat the fruit of your this is a very great thing. I pray to Allah that I am able to do this for my mama too. I pray to Almighty God that I can send my mommy to Jerusalem too. Or I can send my papa. Oh, I wish my mama is still alive. I will do this to my mama too when I make him. That is a Yari that uploaded the video taking his mother to Saudi Arabia in his private jet, the former governor of Zamfara. He is a senator in Abuja. He would have been a Senate president if not because Kolu already drafted his list, and Akpabio top the list of the top of the rogues that could handle that for him. But that Yari is walking about today. He's flying everywhere. These guys have their private jets that they are using to smuggle these illegally mined minerals. They will fly them to Kuwait, fly them to Dubai, fly them to Iraq, fly them to Iran. Okay? Get them sold, make all the money, come back, and then supply weapons and every other thing. You see, they are so, when they tell you that, who are those giving the terrorist intel for them to be able to ambush the Nigerian army, ambush the police, or even kidnap and kill them? It is because those who are sending the soldiers after them, they are also those who are giving the plan to the terrorists. And they are those you can see in plain sight. They are the honorable men and women that you have seated on your high tables in Nigeria. They are the ones the media are asking. See, the situation of Nigeria is very tough now. So what is your advice? What do you think the government is doing? Then Patawale will turn around and start telling you how Tinubu has improved security, how the Nigerian military have done so greatly. The Ribadu too will turn around and tell you how they have worked so greatly, so well, and in fact, the situation in Nigeria has now improved. But these are the guys behind the real terrorism. How do you deal with that? How do you even fight that without having to destroy the entire establishment that empowers them? How do you defeat this? By trying to keep Nigeria? Anyway, Ajero and his guys, you know, they are in Switzerland. They decided to go and report Tinubu and his government to international. I don't know why I'm having this zoo of a thing. I'm going to try and fix it, by the way, right? So Ajero speaks from Ajero and Osipo. They are in Switzerland. And it's like there's nothing they can do. So it seems, yeah, like there's nothing they can do about this minimum wage. You just have to take it. But they decided to report Tipnumbu to the International Labour Organization, ABICO. But listen to him. It looks so more like dejection, right?
Our expectation as of now is that Mr. President would do further consultation. Yeah, consultation with the organized labor, consultation with the state governors, consultation with the organized private sector, so that at the end we come up with what will satisfy all parties.
If you say there will be no strike, there will be revolution in the workplace. For as long as you continue to pay peanuts to workers will have a way of resisting you. You pay peanuts to them, you make profit from their sweat, and you say there won't be strike. In fact, it will be what we have will be worse than strike.
We have economic hazard, as the case may be. When you are not properly paid, I wonder what other hazards we are talking about.
Wage now for 5 years cannot last, and that was clear to everybody. So the mention of 5 years, that yesterday, shows that maybe, I'm not sure it has been transmitted to him, or it was not captured the way we looked at it.
We are employing, because we read the statement from the Nigerian Governors Forum, that they cannot even pay the sum of 60,000 naira as minimum wage. We see that as something that for us, they can do much more. We believe that they can do much more if they get their priorities right.
The yet-to-be-reversed electricity tariff hike remains a concern for organized labor.
This is an area that even the employers, everybody is complaining about on the way the tariff was increased. So it's like it's a time bomb waiting to happen, because you can't even pay, even the current tariff, which is 60,000.
Like for real, with a minimum wage of 60,000, you can't pay the current electricity tariff in Nigeria. Hang on, why am I getting this whistling? Sort of strange. Anyway, so the way they look, according to them, they believe that, you see, this hyperinflation in Nigeria ordinarily is already killing businesses. So the minimum wage that they were asking for, 250,000, they can be flexible, but 60,000 is too small, 62,000 is too small. You should do more. The bottom line is this: there's nothing anybody can do anymore. Ajero even said he didn't believe that they have forwarded it to Tifnumbu yet. When Tifnumbu said they've already had an agreement. But to him, they can do more, they can do better. We hope they do better. We hope they do better. And the reason why they can't call for strike right now is because if they should call for strike, they themselves would have to stay in Switzerland longer than planned. And the people who are fighting for the workers, guess what? They have the largest delegation to this event in Geneva. Nigeria is the only country with over 250 people, 256 people traveled in the name of NLC and their affiliates to Geneva for this summit or conference. But going forward, Isaleko Barack Obama has something to say about wages. You remember this guy, this flop, the former minister of darkness, potholes, and homelessness, Fashola Holmes. He has this to say about the wage and salary. And in their usual way, is trying to make a sense. Maybe it does make sense to you. Listen.
The quick point I want to make about wages, and this might disappoint a lot of people or even cause some more discomfort, but I hope it will enrich the conversation, and I hope it will help government come to a solution that works, is that there's a distinction between salary and wages. They are not the same thing. And oftentimes we use them interchangeably. I discussed it in my book, I think from pages 88. And if you do a search, you will see a lot of literature on the distinction between wages and salaries. Salaries are paid monthly. Wages are paid for blue-collar workers who work on factory floor per hour. So what we are doing is a salary review, not a wage review. And therefore, we are going to end up getting the wrong answers. Interestingly, what our constitution provides for is a wage review. It doesn't provide for a salary review. There's another mechanism that deals with that. And I've said sometime next week when I have some time, I'm going to do a treatise on it. So the problem, therefore, is not setting the minimum salary, because that's what we are setting. In other countries, once they set minimum wage, it's lock, stock, and barrel. Everybody pays so much per hour. So what the farmer can then do is say, look, you are not going to work 8 hours anymore. I need you to work 3 hours, and I'm going to pay the minimum wage. When you finish, go. So instead of 8 hours, you get more money for working for less hours, and you can do 3-4 jobs to make up the time. Okay? But what we are doing here, we are setting a monthly minimum salary. Unlike the setting of the minimum wage, it doesn't affect salary workers in that sense. But once you raise the minimum wage, now that's where the governors are saying we're having problems. Once you raise to 30, or from 30 to 60, it means that everybody above that must go right to the top, right to permanent secretary. And that's where the problem really lies. So in our rush to put some money in the hands of the most vulnerable, which is important, let us understand that we probably have to decouple this thing in a more holistic way and set, so that the people who are running businesses who are likely to be affected.
Nuisance lele. Nuisance lele.
He is an expert. Now, so that they do. They are always experts on all subjects. Did you hear him that I'm going to try and do a thesis on this. If you read my book, page 85 to 100 or something, yeah. Go and read my book. Olori Bruku Niwon. He is now an expert, financial expert on wages and salary. How many of you remember when this Isaleko Barack Obama was talking about the reason why Nigeria doesn't have electricity was because the people in charge of Nigeria, they were Bantueyos. That electricity generation is the most easiest thing to do ever. How many of you remember that video? Oh, I didn't have that clip. I should have played it. You know? He said, 1,000 megawatt electricity is just like you are a better pass my neighbor. 1,000 of you are a better pass my neighbor generator. Put them together. That is 1,000 megawatts. They now made the Wiri Minister of Power only for the national grid of Nigeria to be collapsing like epileptic, like Warapa, like Dakudaji. Under him alone, for the first time in 30 years, Nigeria national electricity national grid collapsed more than 116 times. It did not generate a single megawatt of electricity, added a single megawatt of electricity to the electricity generated in Nigeria. And I'm giving you this because you may be looking like, is that true? Oh, they act funny. These are the guys who are like, they always like want to appear like, yeah, you know, if you do like Iran, Aluwala Ologbo. You know what's called Aluwala Ologbo? Atikeron Jenny. It's like this guy. that was caught in a courtroom. Sincerely, this is so annoying that I keep hearing this sound. And I don't know why. So I'll turn this down. And then my voice may not be as loud as it should be. But let me know if turning that down kind of affects the audio, by the way. Let me know. You see, fake people preparing solutions, and then they have the chance, or they've had the chance. So that guy is considered the best governor in Lagos. But guess what? It was all noise. The real guy who really did a job that is visible, not just clearing the shanties, not just planting flowers. So, Ambode, the one that actually built real structures, other than these ones who are just promissory notes. Now they made him the minister of power in Nigeria. They even made him minister of works. They also made him a minister of housing. After 4 years, they kind of had to deploy him. Fake people, like this fake lawyer. God knows how long he's been practicing, and how many of them you have in Nigeria. So this one was caught inside courtroom, and a lawyer, they said he's a fake lawyer, which means he's not a lawyer, but he dressed as one, and he's representing a client until this happened.
My Lord, yes. No. You see, he's not the way. No lawyer can do this. If you're a lawyer, you do this. No lawyer. Officers, our officers, there is an impostor here. This man is not a lawyer. I have sought for your assistance. This man is an impostor. And remove your wig and gun. You're not a lawyer. This man is not a lawyer. And I'm hereby ordering his arrest in my court. I want you to arrest him. I want you to arrest him here and now. The man is not a lawyer. The man is an impostor. I have told you when No. I refer to you the issues I have. When did you graduate from Officer, I hereby order you to arrest him. Get him arrested. No. What is your contraband number? What is your name? Now give us your name.
Don't allow him.
No, sir. Young man, you have your own. He borrowed it.
Please stop this.
Officer, put on the handcuff. Handcuff him immediately. Sir, please, man, let me.
Calm down. When you get there, you will settle. Just calm down. Calm down. Just calm down. Comply with them.
Allah everywhere. Officer, don't handcuff me yet. Please now. I wish they could handcuff these ones. You know, if they have their faces. I would like to see them in handcuffs.
Wait.
If you come for settlement, say now we take for the money when I come for settlement. No be police now. You don't know about the guide us. Say you come for settlement. Say you come for settlement. Don't know me.
Fire the big thing.
Sir.
Okay, now me. The video me.
Fire, man. She's in the fire.
Well, police, they ask for settlement. Police is smelling that these guys, like they are enjoying in that place, so they are smoking, they are drinking. So police now came through the window. Hey, boys, you not gonna settle us? You not settle us, we will arrest you. Say, how come you say we will consent to you? We buy something for you. Which kind of thing is this? So I would like to see those ones in handcuffs. Like if there's anybody that should be in handcuffs, okay? But how do you kind of talk about the policemen? And then you come across a video where they are teaching the Nigerian policemen the new old anthem. Sorry, the old new anthem, rather. The Nigeria's old new anthem. For those of you who might want to kind of learn one or two things, right? Let's do it here.